I'm Mitchell from Australia, and this is the end of Sci Man Dan. Now, we've all seen star trails, and this is claimed to be caused by Earth rotating, which I've already thoroughly debunked, because when viewing stars in the inertial reference frame, they should not move. But rather than have a bit of humility and concede this is true, Sci Man Dan has now claimed we can see star rotation from the ISS, which he is now going to have to concede that is a fraudulent claim, because I'm about to show how fake this image is on so many different levels. But firstly, we do not even need to go into this image to prove that anything from space is fake. The globe's goal here is to give us a red herring to argue if star trails are even possible from the ISS, because anything from space is a second law of thermodynamics violation. Violating a natural law is not possible. Space is claimed to be a vacuum, and the air we breathe here on Earth would absolutely increase in entropy and fill the available space. So we already know that this image is faked, but the vast majority of people are not yet at this understanding, because most people still believe they are firmly on a rotating globe flying through space, and that is who Sci Man Dan is targeting with this fraudulent image. So I'm going to break it right down for those people. The ISS is claimed to be falling around the Earth. This is not controlled flight or trajectory. It's definitely not in lockstep with the claimed rotation of the Earth, like globers say that planes, balloons and drones are. There is no doubt that the ISS is not in the rotating reference frame of the Earth. It is in the inertial reference frame. Globers claim that star rotation is due to Earth rotation, but the ISS is not in the rotating reference frame, so the ISS should never, ever see any stars moving. It's in the inertial reference frame, remember? So seeing any star trails from the ISS is absolutely impossible. Right, Sleeping Warrior?
Sci Man Dan, you cannot have circumpolar star trails from the ISS when they're in the inertial frame of reference. That's the thing that proves the Earth is turning. Because when you're turning on the Earth, we're told that the Earth is turning. That gives us circumpolar star trails. When you get off the Earth, even just by a few centimetres, that's supposed to stop. So when you're in the International Space Station, you're going to be orbiting the Earth. You're going to get linear velocity, but you're not going to get circumpolar star trails. Explain that, matey.
These points alone debunk this image. But to go any further, we need to beg the question that there is a globe and the ISS is travelling around it at 17,000 miles per hour, which is one orbit every 90 minutes. But by judging by the length of the star trails, it would have taken over an hour to get this footage, by which time the ISS should have completed almost a full orbit of the globe. There is no way those stars are still going to be in the frame of the camera by the time the ISS gets all the way around the other side of the globe. But what else can we see in this image? Well, let's look at the ground. There are some very clear, distinct lights. Whether they're cities or lightning, they are still motionless. But right next to them, and running through them, there are light trails from the ground. Remembering that this footage had to be taken for over an hour, covering the majority of the globe's surface, it's not possible to have those stationary lights there, right next to light trails. So does anyone still believe that this image is real? Well, the lies don't stop there from Sci Man Dan, because look down the left-hand corner. There's even plane trails. Yes, plane trails from 250 miles up. So regardless if the globe is real or not, this image is 100% faked. It is fraudulent from Sci Man Dan. He is blatantly lying to everyone and deceiving you all on every level possible. Either you concede this Sci Man Dan and admit it is a fake image, or just double down on it like all your other globe proof that we've been debunking since you've been making videos.
Wow.